What's up, y'all? It's your girl Imani's here, and we are back with another story time. If you're new here, welcome to my page, and if you're a returning subscriber, you already know what's going on. Go ahead and grab your snacks, grab your drink, grab your blunt, whatever you do, and get ready because it's finna get messy. Alright, now I'm not gonna hold y'all this week. I'm gonna keep it like short, sweet, and simple, cut to the chase, get to the story. I gotta give y'all a little bit of background information just for the story to make sense, but besides that, we're gonna get straight into it. I don't want to waste y'all time. I was gone for a long time, and I'm really trying to build my momentum up and keep these videos coming at least maybe once or twice a month, at least until I can get my foot back on the ground and figure out what I want to do with this channel. If y'all notice in the background, the sun is coming up. It's like 6:30 in the morning. I could not sleep, and I was like, this is the perfect time to go ahead and drop this story time. It had popped up in my head, and I was actually retelling it to a newer friend of mine who wasn't around during that time. So I was like, why not just tell this story? It's real ratchet, real ghetto, and it'll get the people going.
The ghetto. The ghetto. The ghetto.
So if you watch my story time from the last time I posted, you would know that I had this roommate situation. And the reason I had the roommate situation is because me and my ex were like on the outs at the time, and he had went and got his own place. So I was like, let me go and get my own place. So that's how that started. So the person that I'm referring to in this story is going to be the same ex from the previous story time about my roommate from hell. And he is also named Psychotic in my series about my fake friend. This was about 3 to 4 years prior to the last story time that I told. So I worked at a call center. I've said this multiple times. I know y'all tired of hearing me talk about this lame ass call center because it really was just ghetto, lame, and didn't pay but pennies, y'all. But at the time, like, think of it, for a 19-year-old making $10 an hour at the time, that was a lot of money. You know, bringing home $900,000 checks, that was a lot of money for a 19-year-old who, you know, decided she wanted to work and was still in school and shit like that. So I was working at this call center, and at this call center, I told y'all this story already. You know, I would do dress, and I had started doing dress in college, and that was like my little side hustle. That's what I would do to make like extra money. I took that over from college to my little job that I got, and I was real popular, and I was doing a lot of people dress. Well, my ex was one of the person's dress that I was doing while I was working at this call center. And before that, I had been doing when I started at the call center, I had already been doing his hair maybe 4 or 5 months. So anyway, we get to the point where it's like a weekly thing. Like, you know, he was real bougie, so he wanted touch-ups every week. He would want to wash once a month and shit like that. And the money was good. I was making, you know, $80, $90 every time because I was washing, blow drying, like the whole salon experience. I was giving that. I was that girl. When it comes to twisting up some dreads, I still to this day can twist and tangle it. So anyway, we get to the point where it's like a weekly thing, so I know it's coming. So one particular Friday, I remember him coming up to my cubicle. He basically was like, you know, tomorrow, which was Saturday, I'm gonna need you to come and retwist my hair. I want to wash the whole 9. And I'm like, okay, cool, okay, bet. So I go home, get all my supplies together, pack all that shit up, and I text him. And side note, just so y'all know, at the time I was smoking. I was like a heavy smoker, and I would smoke a lot of, we're gonna call it for YouTube purposes, broccoli. And he was also my plug. So this was like a 2-in-1, you know what I'm saying, special deal. I would get like little side deals. I would get him little side deals, shit like that. Y'all feel me? So I remember getting home, being out of smoke, and getting all my little supplies together and being like, I know he gonna say yes, so let me just go ahead and text him and say, you know, I'm gonna come tonight if you're not busy, get it over with, and go on cop while I'm there, and we can, you know, match or whatever. So I wrote him and he was like, yeah, that's cool. So I'll go over there, I'm doing his hair or whatever, and we're matching. So I didn't get off until 10 o'clock when I worked at this call center. So I didn't get over there till about 12 a.m. I wasn't done until like 4 or 5 a.m. the next day. So because he had a lot of hair, it take a long time to do dreads, you know what I'm saying? And I was high, so that just added insult to injury. So I'm like, okay, I need to go. It's time to go. You know, I'm tired as fuck. I gotta drag myself home and I really don't feel like driving, but I'm gonna get this shit out the way. Blah, 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 blah. And he was like,
Yeah, you really can just stay. Like, you know, and when as soon as you wake up in the morning, just go home. Like, it's not that deep.
I had knew him, you know, quite some time, like years and years and years since high school. And I trusted him and I was like, this nigga ain't gonna try nothing, like, fuck it, I'll stay. So I did. I wrapped myself up on the couch and I stayed. I ended up waking up about maybe 8 a.m., 9 a.m. that next day and him being like, you know,
I'm gonna play some cards later. I'm gonna have a couple people over. We're gonna play some cards, you know, do space, smoke a little bit. I'm gonna get a bottle. Y'all can bring a bottle, you know what I'm saying?
and whatever. And he told me to bring my cousin JT because him and JT had knew each other and they were real cool as well. So I leave or whatever. I'm like, okay, babe. I'll go get dressed, get showered, you know, just kick it for the day, handle my little errands or whatever, because I was off on the weekends. And I called JT and she was like,
You know, I get off at whatever time.
I was like, we're going to go to this little set. So I wait on JT. JT gets home, we get dressed, you know, just in some casual shit, and we head over there. We get us a little bottle. At the time, we were kids, y'all. If I was 19, JT was 21, so we didn't know shit about what to drink. So I think we ended up getting like a bottle of Amsterdam and some Paul or some bullshit, like just the worst possible liquor y'all could imagine. That's what the fuck we got. Anyway, we go over there with our little bottle and my little leftover broccoli from the night before, and we get to the door and he answers, but ain't nobody there. It's just him. So I'm looking like, what the fuck you got going on? Like, I'm like, I thought you was having a set, nigga. Ain't nobody here but you. And he was like,
Yeah, I only invited a few people. We're supposed to be real intimate.
and I'm like, yeah, this intimate as fuck. And I'm feeling set up. Because at that point, I'm like, yeah, I feel set up. Like, what you trying to do? Because it's 3 of us here. Normally, and I don't know where y'all from, but I'm from Alabama, and a set is a get-together. It's not a party, but it's not a small gathering. It's like right in the middle. So when somebody say they're having a set, it's a wide range, but you know it's gonna be more than 3 or 4 people, but less than like 100, if that makes sense. So I'm looking around like, what the fuck going on? But fuck it, we here. I don't got nothing to do. It's Saturday night. Like, we might as well drink, smoke, you know, chill, play cards. So fuck it, let's do it. So we get in there or whatever, and we're all just conversing, chilling, talking. Y'all, like, maybe not even 2 hours went by. We were smeared. Everybody.
I think I had too much Hennessy, man. This Hennessy getting to me. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little smashed. I'm a little dressed.
Shit faced, shit hammered, drunk. Laughing at stupid shit, falling over shit, can't see straight, room spinning, all that good stuff. And he again hit me with and let's go ahead and give him a name. I'm not gonna call him psychotic no more because as y'all could tell from my last video, we did lose him in December. So even though that was said jokingly, we're gonna give him a different name and we're gonna call him Nee. All right, so anyway, Nee hits me with the same line he did the previous night.
You don't gotta drive home. You can stay here, no pressure, and up and leave in the morning. Like, it's nothing, you know what I'm saying? Pop on the couch. You don't need to be driving. Y'all both drunk as fuck. I don't feel comfortable letting y'all leave my house and I'm knowing y'all drunk.
And me, again, being gullible and still not realizing, like, this nigga trying to set you up. This nigga trying to set you up. I said, okay. Nobody else comes, by the way. It was just us three the entire night. Like, nobody else comes. We fall asleep, and the next morning, which now we're at Sunday, I wake up and JT is gone. JT has left the building, y'all. JT has split. Like, it was just me and Neek. So I wake up, you know, I'm 19, so I'm not really hungover, but confused. Like, what the fuck you do with my like, where my cousin? JT's boyfriend and his homeboy end up coming and scooping JT at like 7, 8 a.m. So JT had upped and dipped. And I was sitting there trying to figure out, like, if JT was asleep, like, JT went to sleep when I went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So who, did she get up super early and call him? Did he happen to be up? How did this happen? Because we went to sleep at the same time. So I'm trying to figure out how he was notified to come over here and get her that early when we had just went to sleep maybe 3 or 4 hours prior. It wasn't adding up, y'all. The math wasn't mathing for me. More of the story. So at that point, I'm a little irritated because I'm like, okay, you trying to pull some funny shit. I don't know what funny shit I thought you was trying to pull, y'all. I just knew Nee was on some funny shit, because why the fuck I wake up and my cousin gone? If we go together, we leave together. And she left me. But again, looking back at it, definitely was a setup. So anyway, I wake up, I'm like, Lord, let me get my ass to the house. I need to shower. I need to get some clothes on and, you know, figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest of my day. At this point, like, all the red flags had shown. The red flags was like right here in my face. Like, I just looked right through them bitches, but they were all there. This was like the 5th red flag, y'all, if we go down the list. I think I'm gonna put a list right here. Ding, 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 ding. Like, they was there. I just, young and dumb. Y'all know the vibes. Nee hits me with the same old line.
So I got a pair of sweats, some boxers, and a t-shirt you can put on. You don't got, it's early. Like, you don't gotta go right now. You can, you know, stay chill for a minute. Let's match one. You know what I'm saying? You know, just get you some rest. I know you probably a little hungover. Like, just get you some rest. You can hop in the shower. I'll give you some towels and shit. And, you know, then once you feel a little bit better and it's not so early, you can leave.
And then he hit me with the,
You know how to cook?
and I was like, I mean, I'm all right. And he was like, well,
Just go, like, I'll lay some stuff out. I don't really know how to cook, but shit, I got the groceries if you want to cook something.
so I'm like, okay, fuck it. So I did. I took my little shower, got my little clothes on, and made like some eggs and shit. Some, I don't know, y'all, like some eggs, sausage, and waffles or some shit. And so we chilling, the TV's on, we watching TV, we just conversing still. Very platonic, very friendly. No lines or boundaries had been crossed, just super duper platonic, friendly vibes. Like, nothing was out of line. He didn't ask or say anything out of line. I didn't feel like he had tried to overstep no boundaries or nothing. It honestly seemed like a friend just being a friend. And again, we had known each other for a while. He was my plug for a very long time, and then I had started doing his hair, so it was like we had built a rapport. And it honestly just seemed like a, you know, friends. Like, girls and guys can be friends. I have plenty of homeboys that are strictly homeboys and we're platonic. Also, side note, let's go ahead and add that up here. Like, we didn't ask about each other's relationships, personal life, like sex life, like nothing like that. We were not there. Strictly surface level shit, work, school, mess that was going around in our city, shit like that. Like, nothing about who was dating who or if anybody had a baby or no shit like that. So after we done eating or whatever, y'all, I'm like, okay, for real, like, I'm finna go, because that had took me a little power nap, like a 30-45 minute power nap. Copped again, and I was like, I'm a jet, but I'm a fuck with you.
Alright, I'ma fuck with you.
Alright, bro.
So he was like,
Okay, bear with shit. If you ain't doing nothing again, we're probably gonna do the same thing tonight, but it is gonna be people here this time. Let me know if you want to pull up.
and I'm like, nah. I'm like, I ain't falling for it again, because again, it was platonic and no like boundaries were crossed or no shit like that. But I'm starting to realize now that maybe he's gonna get to the point to say something or ask something. And I had just went through a breakup, y'all, with Weirdo, fresh out of breakup with Weirdo. So I really wasn't feeling it. Like I wasn't trying to, I had just freshly got out of a relationship. And if you watch my story time about Weirdo, then you know that shit, he took me up and through there. And I just needed a break. So I was just chilling, y'all. So I wasn't really, checking for nobody or nothing at that point. So time goes on, y'all. A couple weeks go by, and I want to say at about the 4-week mark, it's time to do his hair again. And he hits me up like,
Hey, you know what I'm saying? If you want to cop when you get here, I got you. I need my hair done. It's Friday. You already know what time it is.
and I'm like, bet, I'm gonna go home when I get off, get my shit, and I'll be over there. So oddly enough, y'all, I go to work Friday morning, right? So he asked me like midday Friday. I go to work Friday morning. Nothing's wrong. I'm having a normal day at work. Everything's going cool. And y'all, when I'm ending my shift, about to walk out, I get fired. Chad, them folks fired me from my little call center job, and I was very, very upset because one, I felt like I didn't do anything wrong, and two, I was making a decent amount of money for a 19-year-old. So I'm like, I done lost this good ass job paying $10, which now sounds delusional to think that like that was helping me survive. I don't know, but times were different. That was like almost 9 years ago. So, a lot of shit has changed. Anyway, I'm upset. And the reason that they let me go, y'all, is because they said that somebody else had been logged in on my computer. So like we dealt with like prescriptions and people's personal information, credit card information, like addresses, social security numbers and all that shit. So they were real high security when it came to like people like being at each other computers, or you know what I'm saying, standing around each other computers or trying to log in or anything like that. We could not do it. We had cubicles. Now everything else was lax, y'all. Everybody in there was like my age and under. I'm 28 now. There was nobody in there over the age of 28, and there was nobody in there younger than like 18. So everybody in there was young. The managers were my age, and we really did whatever we wanted to do. But when it came to them computers and that security, they did not play. Me, I had no clue what the fuck she was talking about until it dawned on me. One of my homegirls was late for work, and she asked me to clock her in, as she was like, because you had to badge yourself in, and if you didn't badge yourself in right at like, I think we had to be there at 2:00. So if you didn't badge in at 2:00, you were considered late. And she was in the parking lot, and she was like, bruh, I'm not gonna be able to badge in at 2:00. It's gonna be like 2:03. Clock me in. And I did.
I got an important question for you. Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
Stupid.
You heard it here.
So anyway, I get fired or whatever, and I'm like, wait the fuck till I get over here and tell me this shit, because it was an ongoing conversation about how horrible management was and how like everybody loved the people and like the surroundings and how lax it was, but how everybody hated their actual job. So that was definitely a topic of conversation. So I get over there and I'm doing the normal, twisting, dreading, washing, all that. And I'm telling him, like, hey, I got fired. And he was like, I probably could get you a job where my mama works. She work at, I'm not going to say the name, just know it's a cable and phone company now. I was like, shit, bet. So we having a conversation and time just flying by. By the time I got done this time, y'all, it's like smack dab in the middle of the morning. Again, it's like 4 a.m. And y'all already know, let's say it together.
You can stay here, just hop on the couch, I'll bring you some covers, no problem.
So I'm like, cool. So I do. This time I stayed, and this was the day of no return. And the next day I wake up, there's already like shit planned for us to do. So this day when I wake up, he's like,
I'm finna take you to go get some clothes.
I was like, no, that's like, I have a car. I can go get my own clothes, and, I'ma fuck with you. He was like,
No, I'm gonna take you to get some clothes and then we're gonna go get something to eat.
I'm like, okay. So I did what I was told to do. He took me to my house. I got some clothes. We went out to eat, and that was all she wrote. So that night we got there. I stayed again, and this time, naturally, like just not even thinking too hard about it, y'all. I slept in his bed, and when I fell asleep, I was super comfortable. I wasn't thinking nothing about nothing again. We hadn't even like did anything or like went far, but it was pretty much established now that we finna start like talking. Like, I'm probably not gonna leave for the next couple of days. I think it's gonna be a situation where I like re-up and go get clothes and then come back, and then re-up, go get clothes and come back. And that's exactly what happened. So anyway, I fall asleep that night, y'all, and I'm sleeping peacefully, comfortably, snuggly in his bed. And I hear a knock at the door. This not my house, right? I'm not giving a fuck about who knocking at this door. I'm tired as fuck. I just got fired from my job the night before. I'm depressed. I got me a bottle. I had to do dress. Like, I'm tired. Like, y'all was so comfortable in that fucking bed. So I'm snuggled up in the bed. It's like 7 a.m. in the morning, and I hear a knock on the door. And then the knock went from a knock to like a bang on the door. And then I hear the door just bust open. Me, again, not my house, not my problem. Ain't shit really going on yet. Like, we just vibing. Like, we filling out the vibe. That's it. So that don't got shit to do with me, right? I'm still asleep. But at this point, like when you lightly sleeping, so you can like, you in and out. Like, I was in and out. Like, I could hear what was going on, but I was still in a slumber. So like, I wasn't moving. I wasn't getting up, none of that. So I hear him say like,
Go on, man, or get the fuck on, man. Nobody got time for this today, or ain't nobody got time to be dealing with this shit today.
or whatever. And I instantly knew baby mama. Baby mama. So I hear her.
No, cause let me the fuck in. Like, what the fuck you mean? I can open the door. What you mean?
He was like, stay
the fuck away from my door.
And she like,
I'm finna go in here cause you must got somebody in here or something.
so me still being asleep, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, I'm not getting up to show face or nothing. He might not even want her to, I don't know. Y'all, I didn't know what was going on. So I just laid there. Like, I just straight up laid there and was like, I don't know what to do. I don't care enough to really do anything, but I'm gonna just lay here. Like, he might not want her in his business, and he might not even want, like, so I just laid there and continued to slumber. Like, I was never in my mind where I have thought to get the fuck up. So baby mama busts in. Of course, she comes in the room and she sees me, and I'm again peacefully slumbering. And I don't deal with shit like that, y'all. Like, especially no arguing back and forth. I'm not gonna do it. So I hear her and she's like,
Really? Are you fucking serious? Imani?
and I was like, yeah. The only thing I said, y'all, was, yes, me. Hello. Like, good morning. That like enraged her, but she ain't do nothing. Like, she didn't physically do anything. She just was talking a lot. So she kept on and kept on, and at this point I can't sleep anymore. So I'm finally waking up, And when I come to, I see him like he physically has her up off the ground. And you know, he's not that big of a guy. Y'all, he was not that big of a guy. So if she wanted to break loose, she definitely could have. But I came to and I looked and I was like, you know, how you doing? Do you need something? Like, I heard you calling my name. Like, whatever you want, I am more than happy and willing to give it to you, whatever that may be.
Period. Period. Period.
Just let me know. That is the only thing that I said. Like, if you want anything from me, I am willing to provide you with exactly that.
And when I say period, poo.
So let me know what the fuck you want. And she didn't say anything. She just kept, all I heard was screaming, y'all. I just heard screaming. So I'm like, okay, she probably don't want nothing. And I said, okay, well, you must not want anything. I gotta go pee. So I went and peed. And by the time I came out the bathroom, she was gone. Now, it would be great, right, if the story ended there. But if you've been on my channel long enough, you know the story does not fucking end there.
But wait, there's more.
So I get up, I'm getting dressed. He like telling me what we finna do. Like, he gotta go run errands, make sales, all that. So today I'm like a passenger princess. So I'm preparing myself to be a passenger princess, and I'm sitting on the toilet peeing. And I look and check my phone, and I am like getting blew up, y'all. Blew up from my friends, from the group message, from them separately, from my cousin JT, like everybody. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I see her, and at this time Twitter was popping. So I see Miss Mama's tweeting up a storm. And I was not gonna pay any attention or direct any of my energy towards that, because again, y'all, today I'm being a passenger princess, and I was supposed to go to his uncle's house. So all the uncles and cousins gonna be like, "That's you, nephew." Like, I was on that type of time, and today I did not care. But she said that she had pulled me physically out the bed.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
And I knew, y'all now know, and she knew that was just absolutely false. That was a falsified statement. That never happened. That would not have ever happened. And you lied. So when you lie on me, now I have to react. So guess what I did, y'all? I reacted. So I got up, and at this point I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with 3 of my homegirls and JT at the same time. And they like, you know, she got a lot of friends. We coming with you, like what we need to do, because they already know. Like, I'm gonna at you where you at. So I did. I just sent one tweet, y'all. I said, "At baby mama, where you at?" And she said, "Call me." So she like DM'd her number, and I called, and I was like, "So what's up?" And she was like,
You tell me, blah, 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 blah.
and she just started going up. Like, y'all, it literally went like this. Like, I didn't hear shit she was saying. I don't know if she was trying to talk it out at that point, or get an explanation from me, or give me an explanation, or what, because I didn't hear shit. Like, I just want to know where you at. So none of that, even, I didn't hear any of it. It sounded like fucking, what's his name? Like Charlie Brown teacher. Like, wah, 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 wah. That's all I heard. So I was like, so where you want to meet? Because she didn't tell me where she was at. So I was like, where you want to meet? And she was like,
Whatever you want to do is wherever you want to go.
and I was like, let's meet at your baby daddy house. Like, how about we meet back at your baby daddy house? So I left for a minute, y'all. I pull off from Nee, and I tell Nee, like, look, I'm not with this type of shit. Do I need to just get my shit and go home? And he was Yeah, begging and pleading.
Please, no, please don't leave out. This is so embarrassing, bro. I swear to God, we don't got nothing going on.
Blah, 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 blah. Mind y'all, as the incident is happening and all of this is going down, I'm sitting at the foot of the bed when it's all over, and Nee walks in with a 4-month-old baby and just plops him in my lap. So now I have this 4-month-old baby that I'm just kind of looking at like, good morning. And all of this shit that happened, and I think to save face, he showed me his little face because like I was about to get up and fucking walk out. So anyway, fast forward. He like,
please don't leave, like blah, 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 blah. I didn't mean for this to happen, and she was just supposed to drop him off and keep going.
and all this, and I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I need like a little second to cool off. Like I just need to get my thoughts together. I was not gonna tell him that I'm meeting your baby mama back at your house in like an hour because I didn't want anything to come in between of me producing baby mother what she had requested earlier. So I'm at my homegirl house at this point. I leave, I go to my homegirl house, and we just waiting, y'all. It wasn't a whole lot of talking or planning or none of that. We literally were just sitting around, kind of just, you know, having small talk, watching TV, had a little snack, waiting on the hour to pass to be able to meet up with Miss Baby Mama back at her baby daddy house. So the time comes. There is me, Chloe, KK, JT, and TP. We all hop in the car and pull off back to baby daddy house. When we get there, she's already there. So I don't know why I decided to drive, but I was the driver. So what happened was I seen them, like it was like 8 of them, y'all, which is gonna be real funny here in just a minute. I seen them like in this fucking line, like they wanted to dance battle or something. So as I'm pulling up, I just hurry up and put the car in park, hop out and run. And as soon as I run, I just start swinging. In the background, Chloe yelling, nobody better not jump in. KK is yelling, if y'all jump in, I swear to God, it's gonna be some issues. So everybody literally just looked at her get beat up, which is very unfortunate, but she did indeed. Y'all, she got beat up real bad.
Real bad.
I know I ain't gonna be able to find that video, but this is like a well-known thing here. Like this story was pretty popular for a couple months. And it comes to the point where I'm like, I had my knees on her hands, like right here, so she couldn't like raise her hands up, and I was just sitting there. I was just asking, like, why would you lie on Twitter? Like, why would you lie on Twitter? Because now you look at what you done. You know, kind of like a mama would do her adolescent fucking child. You know, like, look at what you caused. Now, you did all that. You came in there, caused all that commotion, woke me up. Did all that extra shit on Twitter just to come over here and get beat up in front of your baby daddy house. Now, I know that is a lot to take in, right? I know that it's unfortunate and a lot to comprehend at once. But I hope that you learned something from this experience. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you learned that you have to be careful with your words and with your actions, because they do have consequences. And sometimes them consequences is getting beat up. So this whole time, her friends are in the background like, oh my God, Fran, get up. What the fuck? Fran, get off the ground. Fran, you gotta swing back. Fran, hit back. So I had immediately knew that this was her first fight, which made me feel very, very guilty, because that indeed was not my first fight. That wasn't my third fight, my 15th, or even my 20th. So I did feel a little guilty afterwards, and I let her up. And I thought, hey, this is gonna be the end of this, you know, we're gonna move on. She'll come around eventually, you know, the baby's still fresh. This relationship hasn't even started yet. Like, we are technically a couple weeks in, but really like 2 days in. Like, it's understood on both sides now, like, but it's only been like 2 days. So anyway, they pull off. Very, very upset, of course. I take my friends to their cars because they had parked at Nee's house as well. They pull off and I go upstairs. Now when I go upstairs, he's back because he had left out. Like, when I left out, he had left out. But when I came back upstairs, he was back. And at first, he didn't even notice. He was
Like, okay, hey, you're back. I'm glad you decided to come back. I want to explain.
And I was like, no need to explain, because at this point, there is nothing to explain. The situation has been resolved. So let's just move forward. I'm not tripping. Let's move forward. So he looks down, and what got him was my knees. He said,
Your knees are severely scratched, which only means that you were on top of somebody out there on that motherfucking road right underneath my house. So please explain to me what just happened.
So I explained to him that your baby mama requested a service from me, and I provided that service. She asked me for something. I wanted to make sure that I gave it to her. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to make sure that she got it in a timely fashion because, who wants to be late to something like that? You want to be right on time, if not early. And I indeed was right on time. So that is what happened. And his reaction, I still to this day don't know if it scared me or behooved me, because he was like,
Lord have mercy. Okay. All right, good. All right. I'm glad because she talked too much.
And I was like, you know what? I think we gonna be all right. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, this must be really bad, because you're like, okay, that I just like put the paws on baby moms down there in front of your house. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, she gets back on Twitter, and this time not so much talking though. This time it was about how she's heartbroken and how she can't believe this shit, like the betrayal and blah 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 blah. So I'm thinking heartbroken, betrayal. It's not like adding up, because at this point y'all have to know that after that incident happened and the baby was set in my lap, that he literally told me like how long they've been broke up, like it was before she even gave birth, and they haven't been together in years, and this was a slip up, and all of the stuff that you would expect a man to say. Like, I heard that. So the heartbroken part, it was not adding up for me. Like, it didn't make any sense, and he let him tell it wasn't adding up for him either. And he did not understand. Besides, she's stuck on me. She won't let go. She want a family. I don't want a family. Y'all know all the shit that niggas say. We know. So she said that it was betrayal because it was from a friend. And that, guys, that is where I had to stop and insert again. I had to just insert the truth, because we can't go around spreading false information. That is not okay. So I'm gonna give y'all a backstory on baby moms. I had a friend, we just gonna call her Lex. Me and Lex have been friends from first grade. Now, we're not like super close best friends, but we literally grew up together. We grew up like 2 houses down from her. Now, Lex is baby mama's cousin. So on occasions, I would see baby mama. Lex had a grandmother who stayed out in the country, and anytime we would go out to the country, I would see baby mama. So there were 2 occasions when I was in the same vicinity and same group of peers as baby mama. The first occasion being when I was with Lex, and she asked her daddy to go get baby mama, and we all went out to eat. And the second time is when I was with JT and one of my other cousins, and we were out and about, and we all ended up, I don't know how, but like there was this hotel party that had got shut down, and we ended up finding like this room that was unlocked to run away from the police. And I ended up running into baby mama in the room, and a couple other people. It was like 10 of us in there, and we all decided to go somewhere else from there as a group, which I think was to another like restaurant or some shit. More of the story, mutual associate, if you may, if even that. Never share numbers, ever. Never met my mom, never met her mom, nothing like that. So friend is, it's a little steep for me because I take friend very serious. Very, very serious. I call a lot of people like homeboys, homegirls, like that's my favorite one, but my real friends, I have like 4. Everybody outside of that is like good homegirls, good homeboys, associate, shit like that. I don't, if you ain't like been around my family and stuff, if we haven't shared like dark secrets or been through some shit together, then we are not friends. Definitely if you don't have my number. Now, I always do this, y'all, same way I did with my roommate story. Tell me if I'm wrong, because again, right, wrong, indifferent, I don't give a fuck, but I do be liking to hear y'all opinions on shit. Is that considered a friend? Like when you see somebody out, you know, y'all might link and enjoy whatever festivities going on. If that's a friend, let me know. But me, I did not consider her a friend. And honestly, y'all, I did not even realize or put 2 and 2 together about they whatever the fuck they had. Like it did never cross my mind. I hadn't seen her. Like these link ups happened, y'all, when I was like in the 10th grade. I'm now 19. Like I haven't heard from or spoke to this girl outside of Twitter, retweeting some shit, or her liking my shit on Facebook since high school. So I'm not putting 2 and 2 together. Like, yeah, I know they used to date and shit like that, but I'm not realizing like that it had dragged out this long, or that there was like newborn babies and shit like that involved at all. So all of it kind of caught me off guard. So again, like, I don't know if she used that as a crutch, or again, maybe she thought we was more than what we was, even though we hadn't talked since I was in high school, or I don't know, y'all. But it like, again, right, wrong, and different, I don't give a fuck. In this situation and scenario, I felt like I was the good Samaritan, because again, this lady asked me for some specific services, and I was able to deliver her those services on a platter on time. So where's the wrong in that? And I do feel like that taught her a life lesson that day. It's 4 words that I want all of y'all to live by, and that my mama raised me on, and that I want to raise my children on, and so on and so forth. Those 4 words are talk shit, get hit. If everybody can remember that, life will go so smooth. Y'all, I am not Rambo, right? I am not Rambo. I am not fucking Mayweather. But I'm not no bitch. So I'm not saying I could whoop everybody, but I'm saying this time, in this story time, this one right here, I whooped her. I whooped on her bad.
Real bad.
Is what I'm saying. But yeah, y'all, this story continues for a long time. This is gonna be 3 or 4 parts, because I have to eventually get to the part where I get hit by a car.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
I'm not gonna get into that today, because I don't want the story to be like 3 hours long. But this is gonna be like a 2, maybe 3 part story. So I'll probably record the next half of it on Sunday. But thank y'all for being so patient with me. And again, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm constantly getting new subscribers every day. I'm almost at 1,000. Really appreciate all the support. Even though I took like this whole year break. And one of my subscribers in my comments said, girl, that is not a break. You literally left, and you cannot do that. You have to stay consistent if you want your page to grow. And I love when y'all give me constructive criticism, because she is so right, and that really pushed me to want to keep doing these videos and giving them to y'all, because there's like hundreds of people out here who want to see them, which is still crazy to me. But I feel like if I continue to be consistent, I know like that this will definitely grow. So again, thank all of my current and new subscribers for the continued support. I really appreciate y'all. Again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all again. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. And get me to 1K. Like, let's get me to 1K. That is the goal. I am so close to 1K. Like, I have everything else I need. So y'all, please help a sister out. Help me get to 1K. Okay? And also, let me know if y'all want to see vlogs. Like, I've been thinking about vlogging for a long time, but story times are just my thing. But let me know if y'all want to see, like, I just got a lot of things in from Shein. Let me know if y'all want to see like a Shein haul, or me going to work. Y'all know I'm a bartender. I did like one bartending vlog one time, and it did pretty well. But let me know if y'all want to see that type of stuff, like me just getting ready for work and at work, or me like trying on stuff when I get home, or even makeup and hair. Like, whatever y'all want to see, let me know, because I'm into all that shit. Like, I just stick to story times because I felt like that was my little niche, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, until next time, see y'all later. Peace out.